It made Violet's and Sunny's stomachs turn to gaze upon it, but Phil looked up and gave them a weak smile.
"Well," he said, "this isn't too bad. My left leg is broken, but at least I'm right-legged. That's pretty fortunate."
"Gee," one of the other employees murmured.
"I thought he'd say something more along the lines of, 'Ah, my leg, my leg!' If someone could just help me get to my foot," Phil said, "I'm sure that I can get right back to work."
"Don't be ridiculous," Violet said. "You need to go to a hospital."
"Yes, Phil," another worker said. "We have those coupons from last month, 50% off a cast at the Ahab Memorial Hospital. 2 of us will chip in and get your leg all fixed up. I'll call for an ambulance right away."
Phil smiled. "That's very kind of you," he said.
"This is a disaster," Foreman Flacatono shouted. "This is the worst accident in the history of the lumber mill."
No, Phil said. "It's fine. I've never liked my left leg so much anyway."
"Not your leg, you overgrown midget,"
Foreman Flacatono said impatiently.
"The string machine. Those cost an inordinate amount of money."
"What does inordinate mean?" somebody asked. "It means many things," Klaus said suddenly, blinking. "It can mean irregular. It can mean immoderate. It can mean disorderly. But in the case of money, it is more likely to mean excessive. Foreman Flacatono means that the string machine costs a lot of money." The 2 Baudelaire sisters looked at one another and almost laughed in relief. "Klaus," Violet cried, "you're defining things." Klaus looked at his sisters and gave them a sleepy smile. "I guess I am," he said. "No Jimu!" Sunny shrieked, which meant something along the lines of, "You appear to be back to normal." And she was right. Klaus blinked again and then looked at the mess he had caused. "What happened here?" he asked, frowning. "Phil, what happened to your leg?"
"It's perfectly all right," Phil said, wincing in pain as he tried to move. "It's just a little sore."
"You mean you don't remember what happened?" Violet asked. "What happened when?" Klaus asked, frowning. "Why, look, I'm not wearing any shoes."
"Well, I certainly remember what happened," Foreman Flacatono shouted, pointing at Klaus.